Hello, welcome to section 2. We're going to learn to work with Django templates and making it beautiful. Right. By the end of this week, you should be able to move HTML strings from inside your Python views and to its dedicated pages, and then have Django's powerful templating system to create beautiful, dynamic, and maintainable web maintainable pages. So what is the need for this? Before now, we had to write, let's get to code. Before now, we had to write this here. Imagine you needed something way more than returning hello, this is my first Django view. Imagine you needed to return your name, say an HTML tag of your name, and you needed to return an h2 tag of the list of hobbies that you love to do. Say h2 right. You can see that this continues to add to it, but have you thought of the fact that this could be very complex, that a single page could have multiple HTML tags, multiple HTML functionalities, and all of that? So that tells you something simple, that having this rendered within this view is very inefficient. So it has a lot of problem with that. Number one is that it becomes a messy code. There is no styling. You can't style it. It becomes just the raw HTML. It is hard to maintain. So when we have HTML code written within these views, we are not able to maintain it appropriately. It becomes a messy code, and of course there is no possible way of styling it. It means we don't expect to have a very beautiful website or properly styled platforms. So that was the major issue from the where we dropped off from the last section. So what then is the solution to this problem? The solution to this is that we need a better way to actually handle these HTML files on its own, such that we can style it with our CSS as we wish to do. So in Django, these are called templates. Templates, the better way. First, what are Django templates? Templates are HTML files, literally, that allow for presentation of logic from your Python code. So Django templates also interact with your view, and it enables the presentation of the logic from your view right from your Python code. So this way, it makes your code cleaner. You're able to separate the logic from the view or the representation of the page. You don't have to mix your HTML code within your views. You all have them contained on files and literally render them from your views. Right, the benefit is that it helps in the separation of concern, then it helps for design flexibility, and of course it is easier to maintain. Right, so we're going to have a look at a very simple example. And to look at a very simple example, take a HTML code. Take a base HTML code for the purpose of this experiment. Now, to create templates within Django, remember upon the start of this course, I told you that there is an important file within your project folder that some very important settings are made. When you check inside of this file, you will notice that there is a part that has templates in it. When you look through it, you realize that we have app dirs, which is directories, true. Because we have that to true, we can create our templates within our project apps. Now let's go ahead and create a template we require for this pages app. So to do that, simply create a folder, name it templates. Inside of the folder, you create another folder and give it the exact name of your app, and which in this case is pages. So we have templates pages. Within these pages, we can then go ahead to create our HTML files. Let us start with home. Right. Let's have this little boiler code. Let's have this little boiler code. For example, let's return ordered list. Now with this, we want to connect this view to our home.html. To achieve that, we don't need a direct HTTP response again. We need to utilize Django's render. We import this from Django shortcuts. Then we pass in request. Then what follows is the name of the HTML file that we want to render. Now our HTML file this is the way to reference it. Pages slash home dot html. Right, so remember we have a URLs already routed to this. Let's remove this. Now we can check out our page. Now we see an error that says invalid block tag on line 6. Okay, we need to remove this for now. So getting back to our code, line 6 should be here. Okay, don't need this for now. So when we refresh our page, because we changed a template, I want to restart the server. Okay, we still get this error. Let's remove this totally. Right. So we can see this very basic home page being returned. You can see that at the time we are able to directly link the HTML page. You can further go ahead to customize the HTML code, the home page, for more customization or for more features. But we want something to just display and show to you the simplistic functionality. So this is how you link the HTML file to your views without having to write a bundled code, having to bundle the HTML inside of the views, right? In case you come through and you face any error, it's your responsibility to try to find out what is actually the cause of this. You could have faced maybe a template not found error. In that case, ensure you're referencing this properly and you have your templates created in this exact structure. And when you do that, be most likely sure you're not going to encounter any error. If you still encounter any challenges, remember that it is not wrong to ask questions. Take a quick quiz and get right back to the course.